The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight we'll see the Washington Wizards playing against the Thunder.
It's time for some hoop. And now, before we get to the tip-off, let's find...
Well, guys, he told me there...
All right, thank you, David. And Chris, you spent a handful of years in Washington. When you look back to that time in your career, is there a favorite moment that stands out to you?
Well, it was early in my career when I was with Washington, and I learned a lot about the league. And I think ending the Washington playoff drought that they had been in for so many years was part of the reason why I wanted to go there, and that was a lot of fun. Making my first All-Star team as well was pretty cool.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Washington, Fox is out there with Zach LaVine. And there's Carter. Then it's Paul George, and it's Noel in at the 5.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Now here's Dragic. He just could not put it together in that loss to Denver. Outside, LaVine. Doesn't go that time. Davis with some nice D. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Outside, Dragic. 5 on the clock. There's the dish to Bain. And he comes up with the deuce.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Well, you like to see a little more physical nature on defense. You have to make him earn those points at the strike.
Now, here is George. His last outing, he had 18 points. Noel sets a screen for Fox. Over Dragic. Dragic with some nice D. Washington on D. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And nowhere near at their best throughout the course of that game. A scrappy performance, but in the end, just not enough.
Yeah, it just wasn't their night. They missed some shots they typically make. Never really got over that hump.
Good.
Gotta see Ingram get going down low. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
Brandon Ingram with the 7'3" wingspan. I mean, guard skills with the reach of a center, that gives him a lot of positional versatility.
Now, here is George. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Here's Batum. He dishes it to Bain. Outside, Dragic. 13 feet away. The shot off that time, and it's Washington the other way. And you talk about the versatility of Ingram. What position, Chris, do you think he's best fit for?
Well, you look at a guy like Kevin Durant, who started as shooting guard and is now a combo forward. I mean, that might be a mold for Ingram.
LaVine for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And that's what can happen on the road. You have to be aggressive and try to disrupt them out of their normal routine. That's just not quite tight enough for him to impact the shot. He got a good look on that one.
Carter outside. And George kicks to Fox. Noel, a screen on Dragic. Fox, no good. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Batum. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
Now, here's Fox. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go. Carter outside. On the wing, George. Tries it from 19. And a little luck that time, but it drops. George has got 5 points so far.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Oklahoma City out in front, leading by just 1. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. The Thunder with the lead. They've got Ingram. Batum is out there with Dragic. Then it's Aaron Baines. And it's Davis in at the power forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. They grab their own miss. Baines. Good work defensively by Carter.
D doing everything they can to cut him off on his way to the hoop.
Here's Fox. Batum with the steal. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Here's Ingram. Lays it up off the glass. Ingram's got the lead up to 3 now for the Thunder.
Well, when Batum, Kevin, spots a wide-open teammate, he zips the rock to him quickly. Just exceptional vision. Well, you rarely get to see a player like Batum who has such a dynamic game at the shooting guard spot. He's one of the best rebounders at his position and defenders. Terrific passer and a very unselfish player.
Dragic against Fox. Fox with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Fox leading the charge, and Levine throws it down.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Punch, counter punch. Neither club's been able to sustain an advantage.
Baines passes to Davis. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Greg, from his one-and-done season at Kentucky, leading college basketball in block shots. We knew Anthony Davis could dominate defensively, but did you have any idea he'd be this good offensively?
None. I mean, with his length and athleticism, you knew he'd have an impact as a finisher. But the way his shooting has developed, it has been remarkable. Now, granted, this was a guy that at one point was recruited to play point guard coming out of high school, but he's playing more like a shooting guard with his skill set.
And it's Carter missing.
I think a kick out is the better option. Defense had the rim on lockdown.
And the rejection by Noel. Ingram kicks to Dragic. Fox with the steal. And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. Levine wide open. Off target from outside. The Thunder have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Dragic dishes to Davis. Now the pass to Baines. And stolen by Noel. Levine with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. Lobs it up for Levine. And it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession. While there's a chance, let's show you the teams that have thrived on the fast break this season. 5th on the list, the Thunder.
I think that's what really distinguishes them offensively. They really like to get out in transition.
Now the Thunder with it. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just 2 powerhouse teams facing off.
I mean, who knows? If you want to look all the way ahead to the finals, it's possible these teams can see each other there. So both teams looking to make a statement in their first meeting of the season.
Noel up top. Pass to George. There's a screen by Noel. Here's Fox. That one off the back iron and out. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Ingram with it. And it's Carter picking him up. That one doesn't go. Nice D from Levine. It's stolen by Dragic. Back to Ingram. There's 39 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Fox. Carter outside. Back to Levine. They need this one. That's good for his 3rd bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
Wow, he had a rough first quarter, but he didn't let it get him down. He's gotten off to a hot start in this second period.
Here's Batum. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. They set the pick. Davis sets a screen. Near the three-point line, it's Dragic. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Yeah.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We so hope you enjoyed our first half. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime report. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. If you look at the second quarter scoring, they had a small edge. They really hung. That's it for halftime.
An aerial view of downtown as we return you to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, with the Great Plains stretching off in the distance. And so here is Oklahoma City, a 2-point game. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. So on the floor for Washington, Carter out there with Paul George. Then it's Noel. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's Fox in at the 1 spot. No good from Dragic.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Carter, the pass to Fox. The 3 from George. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And Brandon Ingram doesn't show a lot of emotion on the court. He keeps a pretty even keel.
Yeah, sleepy-eyed, soft-spoken. His face is hard to read. If you ask his coaches, though, he's a sponge, always paying attention and absorbing his surroundings.
On the wing, George. The feed now to Fox. Outside, LaVine. Batum with the steal. And here we go with Batum heading to the hoop. And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
And the long legs of Batum, that's what allows him to leak out so quickly in transition. He runs the floor like a Jaguar.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. And Fox has it in the corner. Noel, a screen on Dragic. Up, off.
Watch out. Watch out.
How about the awareness there from Fox? You got to love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
Davis sets a screen. Batum with the ball. Now defended by LaVine. Davis setting the pick for Dragic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the stripe. Offensive rebound. Davis. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways. And that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Fox, no good.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Well, we always hear about how some guys are locker room leaders or a veteran presence on a team. Chris, how quickly does someone establish themselves as a team leader? It's universally embraced by the rest of the team.
It's tough. You know, some guys can come in and do it day one, but I think that we've seen a lot of leaders grow, whether it's a great leader like a 2-time MVP in Nash. It took some years first for him to understand himself and then kind of let his leadership you follow that on the court. We bring that to today with a guy like a John Wall. It's taken him about 4 or 5 years to really learn to be around veterans, but guys are coming in younger now, and so I think that it's going to take a little bit of time to develop, but as long as they're continuing to learn, as long as they're continuing to put the effort out, because you're a leader first by what you do, not by what you say. And so if you are trying to figure your way out and work hard, then you're being a leader. People are figuring it out. It's usually when does the vocal part come in, along with kind of leading by an example. And so I think for every person it's different, but it's a lot of fun watching, because when they get to that point, you've definitely seen some development and growth from them mentally and physically when you know they've taken over the reins like a guy like John Wall has.
Good insight.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. They set the screen. Batum with the ball. Now defended by Levine. Stolen by George. Carter left side. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist.
Beautiful things happen when you attack. Put the defense on its heels.
The Thunder have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Outside Dragic. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Shoots over Fox. Count it from 12. That's 7 points for Goran Dragic. There's a screen by Noel. 9 feet out. There's Levine. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
And making the extra pass makes all the difference. These guys trust each other.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Thunder lead by 2. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Davis is out there with Aaron Baines. Then there's Dragic. Then it's Ingram. And it's Batum in at the shooting guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Levine for 3. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8. There is just no way to tell who is going to pull this one out.
When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swinger.
And Baines kicks to Davis. Pass to Dragic. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Fox. And Goran Dragic again.
And so far, this has got that feel of a game that could be back and forth all the way.
Yeah, at some point, though, you might expect one team to go on a run, but this could come down to the wire.
And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Here's Fox. Outside, George. There's a screen by Noel. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. First free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Dragic dishes to Baines. Back to Dragic. He feeds it to Ingram. 3-pointer. And Vince Carter pulls it down.
You can't fault him for taking the 3 when he's that wide open. You can't pass that shot up.
Fox passes to Noel. They set the pick. Noel, a screen on Dragic. Clock at 6. The 15-footer. Second chance shot. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The first free throw is good. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position.
He kicks it to Batum. Passes to Davis. Stolen by George. And here we go. Washington fast break.
Oh! That athletic.
Yeah.
Wow. Jumped out of the gym.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
And here's Batum. Ingram with it. And the layup's good off the glass.
The young fella, Ingram, playing with Ford.
There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter. Levine sets the screen for Fox. Dishes to Levine. Feeds it to George. Over Davis. The shot by George, no good.
And as he squares up from mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
Davis sets a screen. Dragic with a wide open look. No good on the triple. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. No problems knocking that one down. 18 points for Zach LaVine.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
That's because he's finding his spots. No hesitation. You can sense his confidence.
They set the screen. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
And Goran Dragic drops them both.
Great players understand the situation. Close game, he rises to the challenge.
LaVine, a screen on Batum. Davis against George. Over Davis. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand up. Now, that is cold-blooded.
Well, we want people to tune in, don't we? This is what they're tuning into. Big moments.
There's a screen. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. A screen by Noel. Here's George. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're down by 1. 12 seconds left in the game. What's your take, guys?
And really no need to rush. Still plenty of time to get a good look.
Oh, and if I could make a suggestion, be innovative. Don't just go for the obvious play, which they'll be expecting.
Now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Zach LaVine.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hand.
And Batum kicks to Dragic to take the lead. It's in!
Oh, just a solid screen to free him up. Makes the layup possible.
Washington calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Carter inside the three-point line. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. That was a fun night of basketball. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.
Dragic with 39, Ingram with 30 and 12, Baines with 27 boards. Levine with 54. De'Aaron Fox with Kevin Love's stat line from 0 for 6. They beat us on the paint and boards.